This is the American Beautyberry. It's native to North America. It's an amazingly unusual looking fruiting plant. Its berries can be eaten raw, or you can make a jam or wine out of the berries, and the USDA has proven that the beautyberry is a repellent against mosquitoes and ticks. It's a low care, no care, full sun, low sun, tolerates any types of soil, and few people know about the American Beautyberry. In this video, we're going to talk about the plant itself. Then I'm going to show you short little snippets from August, September, October, and November as you see how she transitions from flowering to fruiting and what she looks like after the first frost. I'll also update you on the white and pink American Beautyberries that we planted last year, and I'll discuss the American Beautyberry's Asian cousins. I'll show you a real quick way to distinguish the difference between the American and the Asian beautyberries. We're gonna take it up a notch. See a slightly different wall. I'm curious to know if I'm gonna get right down here. You can see that ladybug larvae. Bam! Pull the thing down like a monkey. Well, clearly the most attractive feature of this plant is these beautiful and many clusters of magenta berries against the lime green colored leaves. She goes into this flowering, fruiting thrust in late summer and early fall. This is genuinely a low care, no care plant. I see zero disease on this plant. Diseases like leaf spot and gall. I have no aphids, no caterpillars on the leaves, so it's insect free. It tolerates full sun, partial sun. I even have one growing in full shade, and it does okay. It doesn't fruit as vigorously, and it grows a little lankier. That is deep, full shade. It grows 5 to 8 feet tall, depending on location and soil. Now, it'll tolerate many different types of soil. We grow ours in high organic soil. So for us, this is not a plant that we have to water during the summer because it's extremely drought tolerant. If it's in a high clay, full sun area, you may need to water during the summer. But if you amend that soil and get some sort of composty action around her, and given that her leaves will shade the ground around it, this is nearly a no water type plant. Quick note, don't confuse the American Beautyberry with the Coralberry. Both are fruiting right now. The Coralberry has kind of a darker red berry, not the nice clusters, and also like a different leaf structure. Here's the flowering and fruiting transition. By early August, it produces little pink flowers across these 3-foot long slender stems. About every 2 to 4 inches are 2 leaves and a cluster of pink flowers, and then that develops into berries. By early September, the berries develop, and you really see a contrast between the magenta colored berries and the lime green leaves. The magenta colored berries are still pretty bright in color. By early October, you can harvest the berries. I refer to the flavor as having a lemony pop. You just basically rub the berries off in your hand. Try to avoid the green parts. I think a berry like this would look fantastic in a salad or across mashed baked potato. Give it some color. Typically, it's used for jams. Some make wine out of it. Now, the flavor gets richer after the first frost. For us, the frost hits in November and the leaves fall off. Then what you have are these spectacular 3 to 4 foot stems of dark magenta berries. You can see how the berries stay on the stem. This is an example of American Beautyberry in partial shade. She actually gets very little shade, but you can see that the fruiting is much different than the one that we just saw in full sun. So partial shade, super rich soil, you're gonna have that 6-foot tall beautyberry. This is growing as a bush, gets pruned back about every 2 years, and you have a reduced amount of fruiting, but you have a taller plant and a richer looking plant. It's an ideal plant for like the shady side of your house, and just leave it alone, maybe or prune it every 2 years. Otherwise, there's nothing you need to do with a beautyberry. So the American Beautyberry typically does have these magenta colored berries, but there's also a white and a pink beautyberry. The white is also known as Alba, and the pink is also known as Welch's pink. These are variants of the American Beautyberry. Now, a variant is different than a cultivar. I don't think the white and the pink were ever cultivated to be that color. They're just a variant, they're oddballs. For example, the Welch's pink was found by Matt Welch in East Texas, and its seeds are true to the pink color. So the American Beautyberry technically has 3 different colors. The Alba and the Welch's pink will be sold as such. You'll see either the word Alba or this word down below, or you see Welch's pink. Otherwise, the American Beautyberry is going to give you these beautiful magenta colored berries. So what happened to the pink and the white that we planted last year? Well, I'm very sad to say this is the pink right here, and this is the white. They simply didn't grow back in the spring, and I just don't know how I could not grow an American Beautyberry. I have no issues growing the non-pink, non-white. Plant them, leave them alone. They do just fine, get bigger year after year. The Welch's pink was loaded with berries. I sprinkled those berries throughout this area, hoping that something would grow out this year. I'll take a very close look, but from what I see, nothing came out. I see plenty of clovers, so I know the soil is very rich. Maybe I planted too late in the year, but we're zone 7 and Beautyberry grows to zone 6. Maybe the Welch's is a little more sensitive along with the white. I'm not too sure. So just get back on the saddle. I bought 2 more whites, and these are going to get in the ground before winter hits, and I'm looking to source a Welch's pink. Just keep trying. About the Asian cousins, there are several species of Beautyberry that are native to China, Korea, and Japan. I don't grow the Asian variety of Beautyberry because, as best as I can tell, they really don't look any different than the American Beautyberry. This girl's a little dirty because she's right next to the road, but otherwise there isn't a huge distinction. The other reason I stuck with the American Beautyberry is because it's been well researched, so I understand the chemical composition, literally through research, of the American Beautyberry, and it's also native. However, there's one super distinct way to determine if you've got an Asian variety or an American variety. It has to do with the berries. You see how these berries are clustered? Let me get rid of that leaf. You see how these berries are clustered right on the stem? Let's see, can you see that? I'll put it right over my bald forehead. These berries are clustered right around the stem. For the Asian variety, the berries are off a stem that's off of this stem. So it's like a double stemmed action on the Asian variety. The American variety is clustered right along its stem. This is exactly where the deer is eating the Beautyberry or munching on the leaves that you see in this video. As you can see, it's not touching any of the other leaves that's around here. So this is a hard confirm. Deer don't eat Beautyberry. Might munch on a leaf, but it don't eat Beautyberry. For the life of me, I don't understand why more people don't even know about the American Beautyberry. People have passed through Happy. I have dialogue with them online or on the street. I say, hey man, there's this plant called American Beautyberry. It's really unusual, low care, no care, does all sorts of wonderful things, and you can eat the berries. I'll Google it and show it to them or send them links. They're all blown away. I didn't know that grows here, and I said, yeah, it sure does, in a whole bunch of states here in North America. But this is an opportunity for you to learn about the Beautyberry, to grow it, and to consume this genuine American beauty, the American Beautyberry. I hope this motivated you to get out there, buy and plant American Beautyberry. Take care of yourself. Take care of someone else if you can. Love you. Bye.